Hello, this is Dr. Nonna Green. Today I would like to tell you a little bit more about how to feed our wildlife. Generally, we do not recommend to feed wildlife because they really need to rely on their own resources. However, as you know, we had an absolutely terrible summer this year. It was a lot of bushfire going around and many animals lost their life. Many animals lost their habitat, so it was actually no much food at all. And like in the beginning of January, many clients brought a lot of different food for us to spread it through the suburbs, just in order we can help with a little bit of feeding. And yeah, and this is what we still do because we still have some resources here thanks to our clients, and we would like to help animals a little bit more. However, situation is much better now because, you know, we had quite a few very heavy rains and vegetation started to grow back. The grasses started to appear in many places here, and yeah, hopefully all animals is not in such a starvation state like it was before a month ago. So I would possibly start with like a little animals, like small marsupials. We don't have here bandicoots in Canberra. They do live generally around the coastal area. However, if you're going on a coastal area and if you decide to look after wildlife, you can always feed this type of food for bandicoots and the small marsupials. So they basically love to have dog and cat food, okay? And we do not recommend to use a lot, just a very little, and particularly in the time of the season when there is not much food at all. So what you can do, you can scatter small amount of the dry food somewhere in the hidden areas, okay? Try do not sort of throw away around, because if all these little creatures, they're going in an open space, they can be subjected to the attack of the predators. For example, like caravans can attack them quite a lot. So it's best to hide it under the roots, you know, in many different places where it's hard to reach. Another tip what we can do, if you want just to make extra delicious dry food for them, you can take a little bit of tiny amount of peanut butter, a lot of oops, we have someone already here. Yeah, a lot of people who have dogs, they know how dogs love peanut butter. So the same is actually for all these bandicoots and little marsupials. So what you can do, you just put a tiny amount of the peanut butter and hide again in some areas where it's not very easy you know, to reach for the predators, and put away, and hopefully our little marsupials, like rodent marsupials, they will find it and they will be able to eat. This is the perfect area actually to scatter the rest of the cat and dog food for our little marsupials, and also for little lizards, because little lizards love to have dogs and cat food. So again, for a little bit more attraction, you can use peanut butter and put a tiny amount of peanut butter on a, you know, dog food, and hide everywhere, you know, between all these rocks, because I'm sure that we have quite a few lizards hiding here, marsupials, rodent marsupials like mice and rats, and they will love to have this meal. The other is very important thing to do. Make sure that when you scatter some dry dog food, you always have a source of water for them, because this is quite a strong dehydrated food, and if they eat too much, they might get into the state of dehydration. So provide just like a little container, and they maybe put it next to it, so hopefully they can drink as well. This is also such a great habitat for little lizards and for all these little marsupials, rodent marsupials, which would love to have you know, dog and cat food. We also can use dog and cat food for insectivorous birds such as scrab, wren and long runners. They like to eat insects, and cat food and dog's food does contain protein, so it can be again a very good source for them. Always remember to have water provide, so when they eat dry food they don't get dehydrated. Okay, so this is an old great tree which could have few little animals hiding inside as well. However, I think it would be particularly good for putting some food, for example, for possums. So we've got a little bit of pumpkin for them. We've got orange as well. So let's just find a good spot so they can hopefully will find. We've got sweet potato. So what else have we got? I think we should have an apple as well, and hopefully they will find and they will eat. It's again best to use some elevated surface, because if you just scatter on a ground, all the little animals can become like a target for predators, and it will be not very good to provide this type of, you know, feed for them. Okay, we've got some visitors straight away. They actually found us immediately. They love the food. It's very delicious. I think they're going to have a nice feast tonight. I think it's a mother, father and a baby. I think baby is more on the left side and mom and dad next to him. Yeah, so maybe we should go and just give them some time to eat. This is another great feeding station for animals as well, because it's sort of slightly bit elevated. So I think I can put somewhere a different food as well, like orange and pumpkin and sweet potato. So hopefully, you know, all these possums will find it tonight and they will be able to eat. Yeah, I'm not sure if sugar glides might find it or no, but maybe it will be a good feeding place for them as well.